February 17th, 2018. It's a Saturday, so that means this is your weekend review for the All About Your Benjamins weekly mixtape. I'm Justin Castelli, and before we get into the weekend review, I just want to share with you that I'm changing up the format to see how this goes on the weekend reviews, going more for short and sweet as opposed to a long video. So shoot me an email at contact@allaboutyourbenjamins.com or find me out on Twitter at Justin Castelli, JUS10CASTELLI, and let me know what you think about the new format. My thought is I'd rather you just get short little bursts of what's going on, and then I'll be supporting these topics down below with the rest of the mixtape with articles if you want to read more about it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this shorter and sweeter mixtape review format. First, sucks to start off with this, but the tragedy down in Florida with the school shooting. It's unfortunate this is becoming a common occurrence in our news, and I usually stay out of politics, but on the little platform that I have, I feel like I should sometimes voice my concerns and my thoughts. I'm not going to get into gun control, but just this is a conversation we need to have. We need to talk to our kids about things, we need to talk about others, we need to talk to our representatives about how are we going to fix this problem of mass shootings in the U.S. I'm sure you've seen the statistics that this is the only place in the world that this type of stuff happens. Yes, you're going to have people that point out other types of things, but at the end of the day, innocent people should not have to fear being killed going to school or to movies or to concerts. So it's something that needs to be addressed. I haven't never done this before, but I'll be reaching out to my representatives just to share my thoughts so I can at least be trying to contribute and do my part to fix things. So I encourage you to talk to your representatives, whatever your viewpoint might be, but we need to try to fix this problem of getting these types of guns, which you have a hard time convincing me are needed in everyday life. We need to get these guns out of everybody's hands so we don't have these types of events. So with that, that's my little 2-second spiel on politics. Obviously, you know, it goes without saying, thoughts and prayers to everybody down there that is experiencing this event. It hurts me to think about putting myself in those parents' positions of getting that phone call that Roman, Leo, or Silas were injured or worse off killed in a shooting at a school. So I can't even imagine what's going on down there. And hopefully we can fix this problem across the board in our country and move forward and make it more safe and more fun place to be. So I can't not start off with that because it is a big piece of the news this week. Next up, stocks recover. So we had the scare, 10% down, correction, not quite as fast as we fell, but we fell fast, we recovered pretty fast. Last week, I hate using these stats, but last week was the best week in the market since, I think it was 2013, so almost 5 years. The markets were up about 4%, so in a short period of time, recovered about half of that scary fall. Don't know if we're out of the woods yet. This just goes to show you, don't try to time the market. If you would have sold out and didn't get back in, you missed a good pop in the market. So long-term investors, stick to the plan. The corrections are normal. The last one was pretty quick, but maybe that's going to be something new with the way that the markets run today versus in the past. But the markets recovered nicely, so hopefully you stayed invested in your portfolio and received those bounce back. We may not be out of the woods. There's some technical levels coming up to see if we kind of break through and move forward, or if we have a retest of those lows. So if we go back down, don't be surprised. If we keep going higher, be appreciative. Next up, the Mueller Russia investigation. There were 13 Russians and 3 Russian companies that were indicted for trying to influence the 2016 elections, mainly via social media. So that was in the news, had a short-term temporary decline in the market because of that, then the market recovered. So just another example of how headlines can move the markets in a short time. But if you're a long-term investor, probably not going to be something you need to worry about. So know what's going on, don't adjust your portfolio just because something comes out in the news. Next up, Olympics. Olympics keep going. My favorite part for the week was Shaun White winning the gold medal. I don't know if you got to see this, but it was amazing what he did. Talk about the pressure that this kid, he's not much younger than I am. Talk about the pressure that he had in this last run, going into the gold medal run, very last person to go, knows what he needs to do to get it, and just sticks everything and kills it. The emotion afterwards is why I love the Olympics. So we're enjoying the Olympics at home, we're watching curling, we're watching skiing, we're watching skating, we're watching it all and enjoying it all, but that was my favorite moment of the week for the Olympics. Black Panther came out this week. I surprised Roman and Leo last night. We went to see the 6:25 showing, and it was an awesome movie. If you're a Marvel fan or not, very good movie. I would recommend it highly. I love the soundtrack as well. Obviously, Kendrick Lamar has a lot to do with that, and I'm a big K-Dot fan, so that was good. But the movie, we enjoyed it. One observation that I took from last night, which I thought was pretty cool, was given all of the divide that seems to be going on in our country amongst race and class and religion. The theater last night, you would not have known that that's kind of the current state of America right now, or at least part of America. The theater was packed. It was a very diverse crowd, age, race, male, female, you name it. Everybody was represented in the theater last night. And before the movie started, as I was looking around, I saw strangers interacting and talking about their excitement for the movie and having a good time. Nobody was arguing. Nobody was being disrespectful. We all watched the movie. We all clapped and got up afterwards. And it was for 2.5 hours, everybody was in the same place, very diverse, got along. It was pretty cool given the narrative that we're seeing play out right now with things going on. So it was cool to see a movie bring all these people together. It also kind of makes me remind myself that what we see in the news as far as the divide, it is real, but that the majority of the Americans are not those extremes on either side. There's not hate in everybody in our society. So it was a cool thing to step back and see. It was cool to see a movie like Black Panther be the one that kind of showed this to me. If you go see the movie, make sure you stay for the credits. If you're not a Marvel person, every Marvel movie, every Avenger movie, there are hidden scenes in the credits. Make sure you stay. The first one was an awesome clip. It's perfect for what's going on right now. So go see that, enjoy it, we loved it. Next up, All-Star Weekend is finally here. I expressed my excitement over the last couple of weeks' videos. We'll be watching the dunk contest and three-point contest tonight. We caught a little bit of the All-Star game, celebrity game last night. So All-Star Weekend is here, enjoy that. With that, also, happy birthday to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan turns 55, I think, today. He's my hero when it came up to basketball. So today's his birthday. Wish him happy birthday. He probably won't see this, but if you know Michael Jordan, share this video with him. Finally, had a great week on the podcast. Had a great interview with Tim Malloy that was posted on Thursday. We talked about the basics of the foundations of a financial plan. I had a great interview yesterday with Leanna Hawkins about her book, Young, Fun, Financially Free. We will be posting that on Tuesday, so make sure you check that out. And then I have a great interview lined up for late next week with Corey Hofstein of Newfound Research. Probably one of the smartest people I know. It's awesome he's going to come on and talk to us, average investors, normal people, non-FinTwit guys, about investing. So be sure to subscribe to the podcast. Hate begging, but if you feel the need, if you're enjoying it, subscribe to it, share it, review it, help me get this podcast in front of more people, because I'm trying to bring on guests that maybe the average investor doesn't get a chance to hear, that are extremely bright and have bright people and have great things to say. So be sure to check the podcast out and subscribe and share with your friends and family. And with that, I'll let you get to your weekend. Again, let me know what you think about the shorter format. Next week will be even shorter because I won't be explaining things. And with that, I'll see you at the next episode. See the mixtape articles down below. Don't forget those. Have a good weekend.